We're live?
It hasn't. Now we're live, honey.
Now we're live. Hey guys, it's Matt with Olympus Reptiles, and we're going to keep doing our live egg cutting. And as you can see, I've got several boxes in front of me. The reason for that is one clutch we split up into two smaller containers. It's because it was a container that had laying around. And it is pipping. If you want to come take a look right here, show them that one right there. You can see that thing has sliced through there multiple times. It's beginning to pip. These eggs are from the same. I'm a little worried because they started to get a little bit of a red coloration. We'll see what's going on with that. I did candle last night. They look fine, but I am excited to open them for sure. Below that, we have clutch number 7, which actually hasn't pipped yet. It only has 2 eggs. She laid 7 eggs, but 5 were infertile. It's actually a few days older than this clutch, like 3. So since this one's mature and ready to go, they've been incubating right beside each other. I'm going to go ahead and open those up.
We're not taking it, babe.
Oh, you guys just got to hear my ringtone. That was pretty, that was super professional right there, right? Alright guys, here we go. We're going to go ahead and open this one up just a little further if we can, because I want to see what that is sticking out. Oh, you're probably wondering what the pairing was. This was some more blitz pairing, which you've already seen our work with blitz, to a calico. That's what this was. Remember, our blitz threw those really weird babies. Now, baby's looking pretty normal from here. Could be a blitz. Can't see enough of it yet to make a full determination. There's a lot of pattern and a lot of flaming. We'll see more when that thing starts to come out. But that could be a blitz. And it could also just be a normal. You can see he's also sliced it up over here pretty good. So we'll make him an eggs over here too. And he can pick which one he wants to use. I'm going to say that's probably going to end up being just a normal, really granity looking, but I don't see what I'd expect to see for blitz pattern in there right now. So, wait till it crawls out to make a final determination, but that's what we're going to go with right now. We'll go ahead and do this full box, and then we'll do this box over here. You can see they're the same clutch, both labeled number 8. I've had a lot of people always say, oh, cut bigger holes, cut bigger holes.
Lauren, thanks for tuning in from our state capital there in Topeka. Glad that you're tuning in from Storm at Vale.
Hopefully you're not stuck in the hospital.
No, sounds like she's probably working in the office.
We won't tell on you for watching videos at work.
And a big shout out to those of you who are tuning in from Indiana and Spain. Definitely saw that. So glad that we are going international this afternoon down here. It really means a lot that you all turn in.
Now, this one, I think when it gets out and starts to shed, it's going to end up being calico. And see that pink coming through right there? That's what I'm judging that off of. We'll see. We never do a big hole just because I don't want to force them out. So what we're hoping for is a calico blitz combination, obviously. Can anybody guess what we'll call it?
All right, who can claim the clutch? What are we going to call it? Calico and Blitz. Get ready for Matt's usual sense of humor on this one. Taking predictions.
That's if we hit it. It's just still a pretty big if.
Josh Jones, you've nailed it. Except put an A where the I is.
I think that we did just hit it. There's definitely something going on with that snake. Look at that thing. There's certainly blitz in it. We'll have to wait till it comes out to see if the calico hit for sure. But it's certainly got blitz in it. No doubt in my mind. Okay, we'll just close that back up. Somebody guessed it?
I think it was a Jeff Jones.
Good job, Jeff.
Called it. And I want to apologize. We're filming on Matt's phone, and it does tend to zoom in and out. So I apologize for the lack of focus in between the eggs and going back to Matt's face. So I'm just going to focus on what we all care about, which is the eggs.
Yeah, nobody cares about my face. Now, I think what's causing this little bit of a discoloration is these eggs probably got a little bit of moisture dripping on the top of them. Not enough to cause them to go bad, thankfully. But that's why we're so full of juice.
And Hugh, we do tend to use plastic forks
Look at
to help to buffer our eggs to keep them from rolling around. That is beautiful.
Wait till that crawls out for sure, but that also could be... I don't know what the hell's going on with that one either. You can see how wet that is.
Yeah.
That's part of what was going on there.
Hopefully, is it still moving?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
See? Really
okay.
reactive. It's fine.
And what was the pairing on this one, honey?
Calico to blitz. Calico to blitz. Don't mind the noises. I forgot to silence my phone, so you're apparently going to hear everything. My bird's chirping, and I don't fear the Reaper ringtone. So if you're curious, is in honor of my rattlesnake, my first one ever, who we called Reaper. My big timber rattlesnake, who still lives with us. That's right, I love my snakes so much they even influence my ringtone.
Kurt, we wish you were here too.
That's right, camera guy Kurt's having to tune in while we do this. And this looks to be a very interesting snake as well. Still alive. And see what I'm seeing in here is all this flaming. And that's going to be... God, I bet when that crawls out, that's going to be it too.
Yeah.
That's going to be a blitz calico. Again, I'm not ready to say with 100% certainty we hit our goals. But everybody's alive, and I'm about 80% certain there's a blitz calico in there.
Now, what was the pairing on this one again?
Blitz to calico.
Right. Which one was the male? Which one was your female?
The male was a blitz. Same blitz we used to make the shits ball. And the female was our female calico. I'll show her to you since I don't know if you guys have seen her yet. Let me set these back up first.
Do you want me to stick them back in the incubator?
Can you do that and film at the same time?
I think I
I'll
can.
Because you got... I don't want these dropped.
What?
And I'm not doubting Question Girl, but she's only got one hand at the moment.
You know what? I do not party foul with eggs. Alright,
Now,
here is clutch number 7.
First here. She looked horrid after she laid. And I mean horrid. She was extremely thin, hollowed out, something terrible. So she is getting her weight back. She is back on food for us. And she's not a huge expression calico. Oh, I know, girly.
It's not focusing.
I'll bring it over here. But it is definitely a calico. And you can kind of see the white coming through and the speckling. And it always gets really funky on the tail pattern. See that?
Yeah.
And all this highlighter around there. So I do think that it would pair really well with Blitz. Because Blitz gets that heavy patterning. I think it's going to bring out some of the highlighting and bring the white up into that pattern, kind of like it does with pastels, so I'm hoping. I don't think it's going to be as dramatic of a push up into the color as pastel does with calico, but it's going to be more dramatic than the standard calico. So I'm really excited to see those shut out. I think they're going to be really beautiful with a lot of heavy pattern from the Blitz. So pretty cool. Now these are an albino paired with a double head albino SK Xanthic. So it's a het snow paired to a visual albino. So 50% possible albinos. Everything should be het albino that's not albino, and everything has a 50% chance for being het SK Xanthic, if everybody's with me. So let's go ahead and do these. And the reason we are cutting these before they pip is, like I say, these eggs are actually older. And since she had kind of some trouble with this clutch, I just want to go ahead and make sure that we're good to go. She's laid for me before and always done a good job. Really pretty. Doing good. Really funky pattern in there. But again, that's going to be a het albino, possible het Xanthic. So 100% head albino, 50% head axanthic. Let's see if we hit on one visual, eh? It'd be nice. And we did not.
Ugh.
Don't, oh, babe.
I know, I was hoping for an albino baby.
But this one's alive and doing well. Another 100% head albino, 50% head axanthic. And as you can see, it's fine. So, we did hit on the visual there. And if you guys are with us early on, we were really lamenting about the odds this year. You know, but the odds have kind of caught up to us. It's doing great.
Can we see your zebra bee?
Who asked that?
I think it's Rasper.
Rasper. Well, let me put this up and then we'll talk about that. Suspense. See, I'm learning how to be more dramatic and build suspense with you guys.
And we just want to apologize for the mess of the room at the moment. It's cleaning day over here at the house.
Yeah. We were in the middle of doing yard work and everything else, and it's kind of a disaster. So, on seeing the zebra bee, as you guys know, we're going to do a full update on that clutch when it sheds out, show you everything we got. And we did pretty well. But as far as zebra bees go, we did get one.
Yay!
We only got the one. We didn't get any more than that, but I will show it to you because I love you guys so very, very much. This is the zebra.
And this little guy we have named...
He is a holdback.
Zeus.
He is named Zeus. I've been saving that name for one of these for the entire time. And I'll give you another snake to look at for comparison. And I find
If he'll unfurl.
He doesn't need to unfurl. He's fine. Yeah. This would be one of the bees' head axanthic. Axanthic is so hard to pick up on camera, but I find that if you have something to compare it to, then it really shows. So now you can see, these are siblings. This is 100% head axanthic bumblebee, and this is obviously, no doubt, in an axanthic bumblebee. So, yeah, I mean, I couldn't be happier. That clutch rocked, and like I say, we'll do a full clutch update and get more in depth on that here one of these days, and film an actual video on it, where we can show you the different siblings and kind of talk about our plans long term, what we're going to keep and what we're not. But since you guys asked, there it is. That is the one and the only, at least for me, the zebra bee.
Yep. And Rich, to answer your question about more venomous, some of our previous videos that Matt has already filmed and uploaded to the channel have shown some venomous species that he has at his shop here in Manhattan. And then I know that he's filmed a few with Reaper, our rattlesnake that is a timber.
Timber, very good.
Timber that we have here at the house. And then our blood diamond that we have here as well, Kali. But we won't be having any more venomous that I'm aware of here at the house anytime soon.
You know, yeah, it's kind of a hard sell to keep more venomous in the house. I didn't intend to keep two, honestly. I only ever intended to keep one, and the other one will probably go to, will probably leave the house one day. And what I mean by that, it's not because I don't want it. I'm talking about the Blood Diamond project. Reaper will probably always be here with me. Reaper and our buddies. The Blood Diamond is a project that, if you've heard me talk about it, I didn't intend to talk about it today, but since it got asked about, there are 3 wild-caught western diamondbacks that came out of Oklahoma. They came out of a specific area in Oklahoma, a really small area. It's all private hunting land, so I'm not going to tell you where. I don't want people going and trespass on this guy's property looking for animals. But they came out very, very red. I'll show you one here in a minute. Now, we don't know why they came out so red. We don't know what's going on. And I have 3. I have the only 3 we know of in captivity. I've shown pictures to people, and nobody seems to know what they are. So we have 2 males and a female. And the female is by far the reddest. She was also the smallest. So I brought her home just to keep her separated, to keep a closer eye on her, and work with her more. And she's gained a lot of weight. She's doing great in captivity, although she's kind of a jerk face, but that's normal. And we'll eventually take her back, hopefully when we start opening our reptile serpentarium that we want to do, which is still a ways off because there's more red tape than I could ever imagine dealing with trying to get that done. But we are working on it, and she'll probably go there when I have that facility the way I want. So, then I can have more room for stuff in here. But if Camera Girl will pass me the camera, thank you, I will bring you over here, and I'll show you my red Crotalus horridus. Or not Crotalus horridus, sorry, my red Crotalus atrox. And it's not all clean right now, so I apologize. There we go. Oh, it's not going to focus for me. So anyway, you can see how much that color is and how beautiful it is. Show you there's no lighting tricks. We'll put it on a pure white light. If I can get that to focus, there we go. Beautiful snake. So, that is that. And I will hand this back to Question Girl. We'll tell you guys thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon. We're going to do clutch update videos like you saw on the last one too, with all of our clutches we patched this year, kind of in order after they shut out. So be watching for when I do this Xanthic clutch when it shuts out, because I'm telling you guys, for me, that's the top of the mountain for what I could have had this year. I'm so excited about that clutch. So stick with us, and we'll see y'all guys soon. Oh, you had something else?
Yes, and at this point, no underpants have arrived in the mail. So,
did somebody ask that?
Yes.
Yeah, I should probably say, I got a little excited on that one and maybe a little carried away. So definitely drop camera guy Curry a line, but I don't know if you should send Krusty underpants. But sometimes I get excited and carried away, and I tended to do that. But I've been really waiting for years. Like, that was an animal I found online and said, oh, I want one of those. I saw the price and said, I'm nobody I'm paying anybody that. Although now I have to sell stuff for that. Now I understand. I've spent way more on that in the meantime. So I'm just going to make one. Something like something I can do. And that was the beginning of a hobby. So here we are.
Any reptile shows that you'll be attending at the end of July?
Yes. Did somebody ask, or did you just bring that up? We do plan on being in Kansas City July 30th. That's assuming we still have animals left. I keep having people hit me up. I need to put together a list as we will ship. But right now, the tentative plan is to go to Kansas City. What I expect to take to Kansas City July 30th is pastels, spiders, bumblebees, Mojaves, some mystics, probably some of our blitz stuff. We'll go to Kansas City. Maybe some champagne stuff. We'll see if we have any of that left, along with some black pastel bananas, maybe some black pastel. These things you just saw, they can be ready by Kansas City time, by July 30th, so we may have some of the Calico Blitz, Klitz, and of course these shits balls should be there. So yeah, that's kind of what we're hoping to work on. Some het pied stuff, some possible double het stuff, probably have some great deals on those het snows. I probably won't keep either one of those 2-pack. So it was kind of a breeding this year while waiting for my other female to get to size. So anyway, that's kind of what we're going to be working on there. Any questions before I get off of here?
Yeah. Do certain morphs tend to produce more males or females?
Yeah.
Or is that just how the odds play out?
Kind of. And the reason I say kind of is I'm thinking of banana when you ask that, for whoever it is. And banana is a sex-linked gene or coral glow, whichever one you want to talk about. And you have what they call male makers and female makers. But it's not that they're going to produce more males or more females. But, like, if you have a male maker banana, and you breed it to a normal, and you get 6 eggs, and you get 3 of them end up being banana, and 3 of them end up being normals. Okay, what tends to happen is the 3 that are bananas, since you used a male maker, will all be males. But then the male-female odds ratio usually plays back out, and most of these over here will be females. So you're still going to get about the same number of males and females, but anything that catches that morph will tend to be male. Now you will get the occasional female out of a male maker, which then, it's like the unicorn, but the odds of those are pretty low, but that's how we get them. So they do run across them. There's also female makers that have been proven to throw all female bananas and so on. So it's not that they make more males or females, but they make certainly more of one sex linked to that gene, and then the other ones will be, which is kind of nice though, because let's say hey, I need lesser females, and just plain lesser, you put your banana male maker to your lesser female, and the ones that are just lesser will probably be female. So you can kind of use that to your advantage in some things you choose to do if you think about it.
Is there a website that someone can go to possibly find out that information?
I don't know which website. Just kind of Google it. I mean, there's not much more to it than what I just gave you, honestly. It's just, that's the only gene I know of that's sex-linked, is the banana coral glow gene. There may be some others out there, and there may be some more that come in the future, but that's how it works. Male makers make 99% males with that gene, and the rest of the clutch tends to be female. Now, if you only got 1 banana, and you got 5 normals out of those same 6 eggs, that banana's probably going to be male, and out of these 5, you'll probably have a mix of male and female, because, again, it's 50-50 ratio male to female, usually. I've had clutches with way more females and clutches with way more males, but You know, and then you get other reptiles, and it gets really weird where temperature can affect sex, and there's some really interesting stuff coming out of bearded dragons I just read the other day, but that's a whole nother story, and not enough research on it to like have an opinion yet. Any other questions?
Do we ship live rodents?
We don't ship live rodents right now. We haven't ever really looked into shipping live rodents, and our rodent production currently is as such that we're able to supply our animals and supply our customers here locally, but we really don't have anything above and beyond that at the moment. So we're just kind of able to keep up here locally and with our customer and with our own stuff. Now, we're in the process, and again, it's more bureaucracy, red tape we're having to deal with, of expanding our rat breeding ability a lot. A whole lot. And I'm not even going to go into numbers because that's not my area of expertise. That would be camera guy Kurt's area of expertise. But if we get that done, then we may start shipping some rodents. I don't know if they'll be live shipping or if we'll just ship some frozen stuff. I honestly don't know. But we'll look into that, or if we'll just do wholesale sales to some of the places that do that anyway. I don't know how that's going to completely play out. But we are working towards possibly having that ability.
And then about how far would we be able to ship a snake?
Pretty much in the continental 48. So, you know, as long as you're in the continental 48, I feel good shipping it to you. There's some things that play a role into that. One is you're going to have to fund the shipping cost. I mean, it's pretty much the industry standard. Shipping cost tends to be $50 and up, depending on where you're at. The nice thing is with us being in Kansas, we're kind of in the middle of the country, so we can kind of ship anywhere. You know, it's not like we're going California to LA here. You know, we're in the middle. So that's helpful. But we also have to watch weather from where we're at to where we're going. So there's kind of a golden temperatures we can use, and we'll follow the recommendations of the packaging company that we use to do that. And the reason it's so expensive is because you have to have special labels to ship live animals. So we have to get that, and there's companies that we use like Ship Your Reptiles, you know, Reptiles to You, those different places that we're going to use to use those labels. And then we also have to ship overnight because that snake needs to arrive overnight, and so we're not going to ship it any other way than that. So that's why it kind of gets expensive. Anything else before we get off of here? She's never going to
pairings for bananas.
Pairings for, like, what pairings did we do?
No, pairings that someone else should make for a banana.
It's all about your own eye. I mean, you know, you hear me say all the time, breed what you like. I can tell you what I like, and you may not like it. But I'll tell you what I like. I like banana, the things that are dark. Banana black pastel. That was what I wanted to do with bananas from the word go. These haven't shed yet, so do excuse me a little bit. We'll show you one anyway. And this is why I wanted to do them. I wanted to bring out more lavender. That was a big goal of mine. To bring out more lavender. And you can see what we've done. Now this thing's going into shed, so it kind of looks like a pile of poo for what it is. But over here in the light, you can really see. I didn't really want to brighten it. I wanted to darken it because I want the purples and the oranges. I don't really want it to turn yellow as much. So that's my opinion.
Joshua, we are in Manhattan, Kansas. We are the little apple, not the big apple.
Get a new paper towel in there soon.
Yeah.
Actually, let's do that now. Thing peed on his paper towel. Oop, can you hand me a paper towel there? Actually,
hold on. I got it.
You got it? Here by the paper towel dispenser. The last one. One thing we like to do is I like to kind of just moisten that towel a little bit since they're having their first shed. Keep that kind of good to go. All right.
Bam, we're not getting married until next year, and we haven't decided about our own pairings yet. But thanks for asking.
We'll make some genetic badass is what we'll make.
Yeah, we will.
All right, guys, that's all for today. We'll catch you again soon. Thanks for watching, and I love that you guys choose to be a part of this, and I hope you like the live videos. When I decided to do this, we talked about it. We weren't all on board at first, and I wasn't even sure I wanted to do it at first, because it's, again, you see what I see right when I see it, and to open up that much is difficult, and the response has been really good. Yeah, we've had a few haters and D-bags in there, and you know, we kind of just laugh about them. They're pretty much a joke, but the people that have stuck with us and seen what we do, I really, truly appreciate it. So thanks a lot for watching, and we'll catch you guys later.